explain the cause of death.
But a toxicology screening found the drug in the girl's system. Charging documents say Richens denied giving the baby the medicine, but investigators say they found trazodone in the baby's syringe and half a pill of it on top of a refrigerator. Reporting live, Paul Nelson, KSL News Radio.
The Utah Attorney General's office says it's looking into claims a polygamous leader once took child brides, and that could lead to criminal charges. The revelations surfaced in a deposition of Winston Blackmore. He now resides in Canada, but was once involved with the FLDS polygamous sect here in Utah. In a statement, the AG's office says Attorney General Reyes doesn't view illegal activities that target children and other vulnerable populations lightly.
KSL's top national story this hour. The U.S. says it has no doubt Russia is responsible for the death of a Ukrainian soldier yesterday, and it says if there's more violence in Crimea, Russia will pay. Here's Mary Ellen Geis, live at the KSL National News Desk with more.
Reports came in this afternoon that masked Russian-speaking troops were seizing control of Ukrainian naval headquarters in Crimea. We understand that did happen, but there was no violence. This comes a day after a confrontation between Ukrainian soldiers and pro-Russian militia left a Ukrainian officer dead. The State Department's Jen Psaki made it perfectly clear today the U.S. believes Russia is to blame.
The Russian military is directly responsible for any casualties that its forces, whether they be regular uniformed troops or regulars without insignias, inflict on Ukrainian military members in Crimea.
She says the U.S. is speaking in one voice and is warning Russia there must be no further violence in Crimea. We just got word moments ago that UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has left on a trip to Russia and Ukraine to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Live, Mary Ellen Geis, KSL News Radio. Federal prosecutors say a woman who admitted to pushing her new husband off a cliff in Glacier National Park last year should serve life in prison. But Jordan Graham's attorney says that is too harsh. She is set to be sentenced later this month for the death of 25-year-old Cody Johnson. She pushed him off the cliff edge during an argument.
Now, an idea discussed for decades is resurfacing with new support. It could make linking 7 ski resorts across the central Wasatch less of a pipe dream. KSL News Radio's Peter Seymour begins our live team coverage. Peter?
Scott, this would be a first. The Wasatch-backed 7 ski resorts want to use nothing but private land. The new One Wasatch concept replaces the controversial ski link, which would have used public land. Canyon's GM, Mike Gore, says it'll rely on $30 million of private funding.
If Canyon's Resort, for example, built the lift to the ridge that separates PCMR and Canyons would pay for and operate that lift.
And Park City Mountain Resort would pay for the lift going the other way. Ski Utah and the resorts don't know how much passes would cost or any watershed and environmental impacts, but they welcome opinions. Live, Peter Seymour, KSL News Radio.
The ski resort plan already has